Here we go. Back again. There through 12. Dom, how we feeling?
We are 1 week out from the draft officially from this date. Um, I have no idea what is about to occur in a week. Um,
hmm
we'll talk about it a bit because some stuff has come out the last few days that have made the top of the draft super interesting. So let's do touch on a few things. Asher has a new jersey to talk about and some new helmets that I'm sure he's excited to share.
Hell yeah.
But overall, I'm excited. Excited for next week. Excited for everything going on. I live in Pittsburgh, so draft being in here is exciting yet terrifying.
Yeah, you're
City's
jumping
so
ship, aren't you?
yeah. I have to. I don't really have much of a choice.
You're
It's either
leaving the country for a few days.
yeah, it's either enjoy my birthday on a couch and not move, or at least get out of the city and do some new experiences where I can still pay attention to the draft and follow along like I would any other day of the year. So, but exciting stuff.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, so the Ravens, just for the sake of it here, did drop new uniforms today.
Mm,
I was expecting minimal changes. However,
they did a little bit more than that.
a little bit more than I was expecting. I'll just
Mm,
share it here real quick. We got the full lineup here. Just cleaned up the numbers there a little bit. Nothing too crazy in that way. However, big changes. They did highlight them here. Oop, let me go back here. The I'm loving this on all of them.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, I like
that's
this a
super cool.
lot.
The
The
new ones.
collar is great on those. Um, I do like the way the numbers look too. They look a little bit bolder.
Yeah,
They're not
they
as
they
like
they changed that yellow too. It's
yeah, they got rid of the gold outside of the purple and gold uniforms. I really
it's yeah,
like
that's really cool.
this up here too. The inside of the collars play like a raven. The darkness there, nothing more. I've loved that whole
Mm-hmm.
little thing they've been doing since they started that. And the purple rising pants completely changed those. Wasn't expecting that, and then just kind of made
Patches
the
look cool.
shield, yeah, to match the actual jerseys, kind of thing. The best one though, biggest part of that, this beauty. I am so excited for this for the first
Yeah,
blackout. I might have to force my way to the first
yeah.
blackout game of the year just to see those up close because that
Yeah,
is absolutely fantastic.
that's a
So
super clean thing.
yeah, I'm a big fan of the updates there. Like I said, minimalistic changes, but enough that I like what they did.
Yeah,
10 out of 10, no notes.
super clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Some
Draft
draft.
wise,
Yeah, draft wise. Pete Schrager got a call the other day from a well-known GM in the NFL, and GM basically told him after he dropped draft rankings and everything on his videos that he does,
yeah, he does a lot of
his
mocks, and
yeah, all his mocks,
Traeger's mocks have
podcasts
all
and
been
stuff.
very good over the years.
Um,
I think a
but
few
yeah,
years ago he got 31 out of 32, right?
so they basically GM just said throw positional value out the window, which is what I've been harping on for a while now with this draft. Positional value does not matter. Who's the best player? That is how this draft is kind of going to go. And another report today came out basically stating that um, they expect a lot of trades to happen early on in this draft. I think we could see a new high. I anticipate,
What is the record? Do you know that off the top of your head?
I think it's like 11.
Oh, look at that.
And
Sorry,
that's
go ahead,
like
keep talking.
day, yeah, and that's like day of. So I anticipate at least two teams looking to move up within the top 10. One of those heavily being Dallas, desperately trying to get up there. If the player they like falls, that player is rumored to be Sonny Styles. So if Styles falls like 4 or 5, I think there's a chance they try to slide up because I
Hmm.
know the Giants are also interested in Styles. So if by chance they don't take him at 5, they're definitely going to jump up to like 6, 7 to take that.
2022 is what it's saying to
Yes.
me. 18
Second.
first round picks moved in 2022. Now,
Okay. That's
were
the
they
team
all
still
that year?
playing.
It said that there were 10 teams not making a first round pick at all.
Yeah, that was the year
Also a record.
Detroit jumped all the way up to 11 without a first round pick. So, well, to get a second first round to draft Jameson. That was a
There,
crazy draft. That I remember that. So
yes, that was. Yes, I remember that draft. Okay. I was like trying to piece that one together for a second. Got it. Now we're back.
I think I think there's definitely a chance that we touch that record next Thursday
Hmm.
with all the unknown in this draft and just the harping of get your guy. There's several teams that seem willing to move up to do so, and a lot of teams have capital to do it in this draft. A
Yeah.
lot of teams are trying to move
There's what,
to get
3 teams with 2 firsts this year?
uh, Browns,
Miami. Oh, I forgot about
Miami,
the Browns.
KC,
Dallas.
and the Jets. And Dallas is 5 teams.
5 teams. I was thinking just Dallas, Miami, New York.
Well, then you got
Forgot
Cleveland
about
and
KC
KC.
and Cleveland.
So you
Damn.
got 5 teams. All 5 of those teams drafted in the first 13 picks for the first of their picks, and then the others
Hmm.
draft in the next 20 or so.
But yeah.
I think heavy favorites to move up early is Dallas and Kansas City. If David Bailey falls, Kansas City's going to be wanting to move up, I predict. And like I said, if Sonny Styles falls, Dallas is going to want to move up.
Yeah.
Another
I'm
team to look
also
out.
just curious about the Ty Simpson stuff. I'm very curious about.
I was gonna say another team that I'd look to move into this first round is Arizona to take Ty Simpson at the back end. I think Pittsburgh's a team to look out for to move up early to get a wide receiver and or Vanga if he falls. That's just kind of what I've been hearing. Sneaky name to look out for to be taken way sooner than expected is Caden Proctor.
Good to know. No, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
That does
So
make the most sense
if
for
he
sure.
lands in if Detroit if he's there when Detroit picks, that's where he's going to go.
Hmm.
Cleveland's a team that's looking to move back.
Yeah. I mean, it does feel like there's going to be a lot of that once you get to like 15 or so.
Tampa's another team that's looking to move back at 15. So
I was going to say, yeah, that's the second half of the draft where it gets a little bit fuzzier.
that is my place as to where the Steelers are going to move up to. If they move up, it's to 15 with Tampa in front of the Jets to take a wide receiver,
Yeah.
or they move up to 12 if Dallas doesn't trade up to take Vanga, because there's a lot of heat and rumors that Ravens like Vanga.
Yeah,
So
that I no, it's I'm not mad about it. I
yeah,
know what I want them to do, and I'm going to try to manifest it.
there Sadiq,
And
I think his floor is 19 to Carolina.
his
I
floor.
think yeah, if I had to guess, that would be his floor.
I was hearing some crazy stuff. Like I've been hearing discussions about the Chiefs pulling the trigger on him at 9, even to have that
Maybe
successful. They just have too many other holes. I don't think they will,
yeah,
but like that would
I,
be probably the other spot
it's not who.
before the Ravens that I like, and just in terms of fit, and if
Mhm.
they did it, I would go, okay, yeah, that makes sense, kind of thing.
I mean, he's a mean man. So
Yeah, I would be very happy about that, especially with the Ravens having only one tight end on their roster currently.
Yeah. I mean, whatever happens next week, just trust it.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna. This is gonna be a fun one, not a high level one, but again, like 2022 was a lot of fun, and that was the Trayvon Walker draft. So
yeah,
that was one
there's no.
quarterback.
I don't want to
They're
talk
more
about it.
fun
I
that
don't
way.
want to talk about it. I don't want to
Yeah,
talk about
I didn't say his name. I didn't say his name. You got your little hands again. You got them on
it. No, I
standby.
don't. They're over there. I
Damn,
didn't think we were gonna get into him tonight.
damn. Yeah, always got to have him on standby. I never know when he's gonna come up.
I'll bring him on for our final mock. I'll bring him on.
Perfect,
All
perfect.
right,
Can't wait to
but
do that.
that's really all the draft tidbits I got over the
Hmm.
last week or so. But let's
Yeah,
get into what we're doing today. Um, over the past few days, me and Asher have gone through and kind of because this is all coming from a conversation, an argument we had a couple months
yeah.
ago regarding Big
That
Ten
we spent
versus
way too
SEC. Way
way
too
too much
much,
time on.
way too much of our, not even on here, just our personal time.
No, I think it was on here actually.
I think
I
it
think
may
it
have
was
been.
on here. We got
Definitely
sidetracked
was.
for like 15 minutes arguing SEC versus
Big
Big
Ten,
Ten.
who we think's
So
better now. But we did this exercise and we actually pushed it back to 2010. So from 2010 to 2019. And we did this even beyond Big Ten SEC. It's Big Ten, SEC, Big 12, and
it's the
ACC.
Power Four and then everybody else.
And then we did a group, just everybody else. And there's a clear cut winner amongst these five, and it's not who anybody expects.
No, not at all. And we did do this based on current conferences. So that's where it gets a
Mhm.
little funkier,
Correct. So
I'll
like
say. So
Big
this
Ten
is
has
current
USC,
conference alignment.
Washington.
Yes. Big
Mhm.
12 looks very different. So that did make it a bit more difficult to kind of fill out some of these teams. I will say that.
For some people.
For some people, yeah. I gave you the easy ones.
Well, no,
Um,
I took the easy.
that's fair. And then also with this, because this is based on conferences, if you're not in a conference, you got excluded from this thought exercise. So sorry about it. Notre Dame, UMass, Liberty.
Navy.
No, Navy's Mountain West.
Are they now? Okay.
Or
Army.
not Mountain West. Not no, they're both in I forget what conference. It's not Mountain West.
When did
It's
that happen?
they've been in
I
the
swear Army
same
wasn't.
conference. No, I forget what it is, but they're not independent. Air Force is
Okay.
Mountain West. Army and Navy, are they American?
That would make sense.
Is it the American Athletic with Yukon, South Florida, and the rest
Mm-hmm.
of that conference? I'm trying to think some of the other ones. But yeah. Yeah, I think the only independents anymore are Notre Dame and UMass. I think they might be the only two. I think
That's
Liberty might have joined one. Liberty was independent,
a strange group.
and I think they jumped in with Sunbelt. Don't quote me on that. Anyway,
Sure.
regardless, there's two or three schools that have been excluded from this for sure. So, with that being said, do we want to go alphabetical order here and then just kind of go from there?
Do you want to rip it?
All right, let's start. Yeah, let's just go down through here. The way
Okay.
we, the way we kind of had them, I think, is a good way to do it here, just to make it
Yeah.
make more sense. So we'll start with the Big Ten. Quarterback of the Big Ten team
Pretty obvious.
is the obvious one, Tom Brady, out of Michigan. I mean, what do you really want us to say? What is that? 3 Super Bowls in that time, 5 appearances. He was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 time Pro Bowler. in the 2010s. He is actually fourth in yards in that stretch. Fun fact. With
Seems
three
pretty
guys
light,
that
Tom.
didn't make any of these teams ahead of him, with Drew Brees leading the way. Yeah, fourth in yards, 43,727 yards for him, 280 yards a game, 316 touchdowns to 80 picks, or a 100 rating in the 2010s. Phenomenal. 64% completions. I don't know if I said that part yet either.
I mean, we know Tom. We know what he's done.
Exactly.
We don't got to go over it that much.
No. And just for the sake of it, how many he was? Let me look at this. He was MVP in 2010, Offensive Player of the Year, and first team All Pro. Was MVP in 2017, first team All Pro, second team All Pro in 2016. Yeah, just, obviously doing everything. Doing everything in that stretch.
All right.
And then, sorry.
On here, just to kind of go over these teams a little bit, just because to show the depth, to showcase it truly.
Mm-hmm.
One quarterback, two running backs, three receivers, two tight ends,
Yeah.
every tackle spot, two edges, D tackle, middle linebackers, two outside linebackers, two corners, and one safety. So you're looking at about 20 guys. No, you're good. Looking at about 20 guys per team that we have to come up with to truly show how much work we have to look through and analyze to kind of decide who's the best. Quickly get into the running backs here for the Big Ten.
Yep.
Sure chose Le'Veon Bell and Big Zeke Elliott. Honestly, those are the two best names. They came in 2014, 2015, accordingly.
Le'Veon Bell. Zeke was a little bit later, but
Zeke must have been 16. Bell was 14.
13.
13. Okay, I'll go jump.
Sorry.
But arguably, they were both the best running backs out of the Big Ten during that time period. I probably couldn't even name you another one that would come close.
I think Ezekiel Elliott was like top 3 in MVP voting one year, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it his rookie year? No.
Yeah, his rookie year. He was second in Offensive Rookie of the Year, lost it to Dak that year?
Yeah.
Was it Dak? Yeah, it was Dak. So he came in second Offensive Rookie of the Year, third in MVP voting, fifth in Offensive Player of the Year, first team All Pro and a Pro Bowler. Out of the gates. And then Le'Veon Bell was just so much fun to watch for so long.
One of the best running backs of the decade. The way he was able to maneuver through tacklers, make catches out of the backfield. He started this new generation of running back that we see today. Guys want to play like him and still talk like that.
Yeah, the patience that he had. Moving on to receivers. This was a lot harder than I think you and I thought it was going to be, but this is before Ohio State became the receiver factory that it is now. However, Michael Thomas was still part of the Ohio State production there. So Michael Thomas, Stephon Diggs, not young in that time. He was 2017, 2016. He came out.
Yeah, he came in 2016.
2015. Oh shit! It doesn't matter how far back I want to go. He's younger than I think he is. But very quickly became very productive.
Yeah.
For the Vikings. And I mean, his big years came with the Bills, but the time with Minnesota, people forget how good he was there. He just didn't have the touchdown numbers because Adam Thielen was stealing all those. And then Eric Decker in the first half of that decade.
Yeah,
for
just
the most
a
part.
fun, consistent wide receiver.
Played with some
awful quarterbacks.
He got Manning for a hot minute, didn't he?
I
Before he went to, yeah, he got what, 2 years of Manning?
Okay.
Yeah, 2012 and 2013,
Yeah, I
and
guess their
those
time was
were
still
his two biggest years.
and then he
His
went to
two
the
best years,
Jets.
and then he went to the Jets
Yeah.
and got
And
Mark Sanchez.
he was still pretty
Got
good.
paid. Pretty sure he got paid.
Really good. Really got paid.
Yeah, that is something. Tight ends. Two quietly very productive guys. Vernon Davis, who I feel like played for 37 years.
Mm-hmm. And Mercedes Lewis is still playing for that.
And Mercedes Lewis is still playing. He's, if I'm not mistaken, he is the oldest player in the league.
More than likely. I don't know if he's on a team, but he was.
Oh, yeah. He was drafted in 2006. No, he was with Denver this past year.
It was Denver. Okay.
Played in 5 games, started 1, and has 0 statistics.
That blocking type.
Everything's just nothing. So he was out there for cardio. So outside of the Tom Brady thing here, this is where the Big Ten really starts cooking, and that's at the O line here. Tackle spots, you got Tyron Smith and Joe Thomas, two guys on the All-Decade team, just staple tackles for most of that decade for both of them. Guards, Marshall Yanda and Kyle Long. Again, Marshall Yanda on the All-Decade team. Just quietly fantastic. Was a Hall of Fame finalist this past year, wasn't he?
Potential. Who, Yanda or Long?
Yanda.
Yeah, he was a finalist. I thought he was
thought so.
He should have gotten in.
He should have gotten in. He should have been a first ballot, but you know, it is what it is. He's a guard. Doesn't usually happen for them. And then Travis Frederick at center. Unfortunately for him, health kind of got in the way. That cut his career short, but he was unbelievably good. Yeah. So, in other words, Big Ten, bunch of big corn-fed boys, as it is still now. If you are from Iowa, you'll probably. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna get into it for the next group here. Speaking of big corn-fed boy,
big corn-fed white boys. Well, actually, just one. J.J. Watt.
Well, yeah. Well, that's
coming off the edge there. Yeah. With one of the edge spots there. Cameron Wake at the other one. Again, one of those guys that kind of gets overlooked, but damn, was he good. I'm going to see where he was at on that just for the sake of it. Shit. I think he's much higher on the sack leaders list than you would expect. Yeah, he's 4th in the 2010s. Wow. Cameron Wake, 95 sacks in the 2010s.
Put up numbers, man.
Yeah, very quietly, but very good. And then D tackle, one of the better names on this list. Then Ndamukong Suh, just, you know, kind of a loose cannon at times, but man, was he fucking amazing during that whole stretch and just his whole career for the most part there. Linebackers in the middle there, Navarro Bowman and Sean Lee. Two, again, Bowman a little bit longer peak for him. Sean Lee was very good for several years, and the same kind of thing. Injuries kind of started beating him up there. And then on the outside, Ryan Kerrigan and Clay Matthews. Both of these two also in the top 10 in the decade for sacks as well. Kerrigan a little bit quieter on that list. Clay Matthews, the bigger name of the two, but Kerrigan was a very good linebacker for a long time in Washington. And then in the secondary, got crazy man Marcus Peters and Jason McCourty. Marcus Peters, talker, but underrated cornerback.
Hmm.
And I'll forever love him for launching the flag into the stands. What a moment. What a guy. Jason McCourty, just consistent his whole career, him and his brother. Um, Unfortunately, don't have both of them on here because at safety, not much in the 2010s, but what there was amazing, and that is Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, Depoy start off the decade,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think he rounded out with three Pro Bowls thereafter before retiring in 2014.
Yeah, could have stayed forever if he wanted to,
Yeah.
but retired on his own terms there.
Hmm.
All right. You want to take over on the SEC there?
Yeah, I'll lead the way here. Here in the SEC, really you're between two names. It's, do you want the shortcoming of Peyton Manning, or do you want the slightly longer career of Cam Newton, which had a high of an MVP season, but after that he fell off quickly? Or do you want one of the best statistical seasons of all time that Peyton Manning put up in 2013? Give me 2013 Peyton Manning. Unbelievable. Those 5 years that he had, topped it off with the Super Bowl, went to two Super Bowls, lost the first one in embarrassing fashion that we don't talk about. Obviously, I mean, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. We have a couple of guys on this list as such to lead the way for the SEC team.
I'm surprised those are the two that you were stuck between. You made the right, like I'm with you on
Mhm.
Peyton for sure, but I would have been struggling, or the one person that would have made me think about it would have been Stafford.
Yeah, I kind of did forget about
Just
Stafford, but
he didn't have like the personal accolades really. He had what, one
yeah,
Pro Bowl
that's
during that time, but like I
the
mean
unfortunate part.
the counting numbers were
Yeah, I was looking
unreal.
mainly. I was kind of narrow mind about accolades.
Mm,
And Peyton Manning for that first half of the decade was just up until his final
unbelievable. Yeah.
year. He was super good. Running back, a couple names you could go with. I mean, biggest one is Adrian Peterson, just one of the most highly touted prospects of all time, and then just led the way. MVP year in
I was gonna
2012.
say, yeah, last non-quarterback MVP.
And then on top of that, just had one of the longest consistent careers that you could ask
Mm-hmm.
for from a running back. So I originally, the other name I had on here was Derrick Henry. Asher yelled at me, so I switched it to Todd Gurley, who played a very short career from 2016 to 2020,
Mm.
but he had three of the best seasons I've ever seen from a running back on a
Doing
balanced
everything,
statistical.
not just
Yeah,
running. He was catching
he's a
passes, just
blocker.
special.
He was something different that you want your running back to be on a down and down basis.
If this was just played in the 2010s, Derrick
Hmm.
Henry's the choice. But only counting the 2010s
Hmm.
numbers in this, that I think you had to lean Todd Gurley
Yeah,
on that one there.
yeah. I mean, there's other names too that you could toss in here. You could put
Hmm. I mean,
Mark
yeah,
Ingram, Reggie Bush played for a decent bit of time here, um, but at the end of the day, it has to be Gurley. Three receivers that I ended up going with. And honestly, there wasn't really much debate in SEC here as to who the top three were. It's Julio, Odell, and AJ Green. AJ Green played the most time in the 2010s. Basically, his entire career was the 2010s. It's where he did the bulk of his work.
hmm
And uh, Odell came out in 2014, lit the world on fire. And Julio is to this day a top 10 wide receiver I've ever laid my eyes on. He might not have the touchdowns to match, but man, he did everything right in everything that you
So
need.
good. Just such a freak athlete, too.
Mm-hmm.
So big. So fast. Like, he's just different, dude. I mean, like, it's like him and what? Moss? Really? Just for that? And, like, Calvin, there's only like a handful
Yeah,
of guys
Calvin
that
has more than
had
Calvin.
all of that,
Mm-hmm.
like, Julio Jones had it.
Yeah. Tight ends. Jason Witten, one of the most consistent tight ends of all time. What did you say? He's third on this list in wide receiver, not receiving yards throughout the
Among
20
tight
years
ends. Among tight
among
ends
tight
for
ends.
sure.
Okay.
Let
And the
me
other,
just pull it up here real quick.
you're good.
I think he's still in the top 25, 20th, 20th
Okay.
overall.
Okay. And I mean, on top of that, he's best tight end in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, and just he was your go-to red zone guy. He could
Hmm.
extend a drive. Just and on top of that, he was still blocking tight end at the end of the day. He wasn't just catching passes. Now the other guy on here, he was just catching passes. Jared Cook, again, one of the most consistent tight ends that you could ask for. Long journeyman, played with the Rams, the Titans, the Saints,
He just ate up a
and the
bunch
Niners.
of bunch of targets too. I mean, he's sixth among
Yeah,
tight ends in receiving yards in this stretch, but it is he was just kind of a household name for the longest time there.
for sure. Um, Moving on to the uh, O line here. You got two Oklahoma boys in Trent Williams and Lane Johnson, probably the two best tackles that have come out potentially in the last 20 years, both from Oklahoma.
Again,
Guards
if
were
we used pre-conference realignment, Oklahoma
it's
would
Big
be
12.
pulling. Yeah, it's Big 12, and Oklahoma's pulling a lot of weight.
Oh yeah. Guards were a little tougher. Took me a bit to really land on two names that felt appropriate for this. But Trey Turner and Evan Mathis, a couple Pro Bowl appearances, and on top of that, played consistently for a long time and did what you needed them to do. And then center was the easiest pick. One of the best centers um, ever, I'd argue.
Mhm.
Probably easily top five center of all time. Will probably be a first ballot Hall of Famer in Marquise Pouncey.
On the
I
All
mean,
Decade team too.
yeah, he's a staple. He's probably the best center in the last 25 years. People are going to argue Jason Kelsey, but Jason Kelsey wasn't as good as Marquise Pouncey was. That's
Not
just,
the entirety of his career.
yeah, not at all.
Kelsey, it took several years for him to really get rolling
Mm,
and become the Jason Kelsey that everybody knows now.
yeah, I think Jason Kelsey's smarter, but I think Marquise Pouncey's meaner. And
Yes. I mean,
I
Jason
want that
Kelsey's
to be.
also a smaller body.
That's also true. Yeah, but that's still here.
And also, Marquise Pouncey, of course, he was meaner. He was on those absolutely insane Florida teams.
Yeah, those Florida teams were nuts. You were
I
either.
cannot wait for the documentaries on them.
I thought they already dropped them.
Did they?
Uh,
I feel like they weren't enough. They didn't tell the real story of what was going on down there.
mhm. All right, two edge guys are Michael Bennett, Carlos Dunlap. Meat and potatoes of SEC wasn't on the edge at this time like it is today. Um, but that's where you see that come into effect with other places like defensive tackle, linebackers. That's where you really see the SEC doing the work. But Bennett had a nice steady career between Chicago and Seattle, and then Dunlap was we talked about Dunlap in the last video we did.
Hmm.
He was one of the best players to never be named to a Pro Bowl. And
Wait, no, he
was
made
it
Pro Bowls.
Dunlap?
Dansby, Carlos Dansby.
Dansby. Cut that out in post. But no, Carlos Dunlap is still great edge rusher coming off there.
Yes.
Moving into D tackle, they had several options here between Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, but ultimately at the end of the day, I went Geno Atkins. One of the best D tackles you could ask for at the time, and the staple of the defense for the Bengals throughout the 2010s.
Yeah, I
Literally
believe
was the glue of that front seven.
15th in sacks, 75 and a half sacks during that time.
And typically, that is
two,
insane as a D tackle.
yeah,
Typically,
227 total tackles, and you're not giving me tackles for loss. Unfortunately, I tried.
no, it's all good.
Well, I mean, his whole career basically was in the 100 tackles for loss.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
What is that? 8 Pro Bowls, 3 All Pros.
Mm-hmm. Just absolutely disgusting career.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Should be a Hall of Famer. We'll see when he gets in, because he will.
Yes.
Moving on down here, 2 staple linebackers, probably two of the best. One of them is the best of the 2010s, and that's Patrick Willis. Just absolutely insane. Very, very short career. Kind of what it seems like comes with playing that position. And if you're really good at it, see Luke Kuechly later on in this list. 7-time Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer. Just everything you needed to cement that San Fran defense right next to Laura Bowman. True leader.
What a tandem. I always forget that was...
They played together. Just absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And then moving to the other terrifying portion of my linebacker room is Von Miller and Justin Houston. Von Miller, future Hall of Famer. Almost forgot about him.
Sack king of the 2010s, 106.
Yeah. So,
in 135 games.
Very good. Just kind of good. And then cornerback room is Patrick Peterson, who could argue for top 5 cornerbacks in the decade. And then Joe Hayden, who is just a fun, consistent player in this room.
Yeah. Kind of got buried in Cleveland for the majority of his career.
Yeah, and then he went to Pittsburgh for the last 5 seasons. And he had a pretty solid career to end. And then safety is Earl Thomas, which led the Legion of Boom. And just so good.
Yeah, there's a lot of that Seattle defense littered across this whole list that we have going on here.
I'd argue the Seattle secondary.
That's true.
It wasn't.
Really, I mean, but again, there's some other stuff there. I'll jump in here to, spoiler alert, the most disappointing part of this list.
No, I know.
It is the Big 12. I mean, I feel that it's definitely gotten better
since then. Sure.
Since then, because of the schools that are now in there that I was picking from, and they carry a little bit more weight as a Power 4 team now, Power 4 school and everything like that. But man, looking at this in the 2010s, tough. So we'll start at the top here. Quarterback, Alex Smith. He was consistent. It's a lot of that. A lot of that in this list here. I mean, he was good. He, won a lot of games with the Chiefs and Andy Reid during that time. That's about all there is to say about him. He was the number 1 overall pick, which is also very funny to kind of think about. Running back room, we got Darren Sproles, who is on the all-decade team.
As a
Fun fact.
returner.
As a flex.
Oh,
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah, not as a returner, as a flex guy. Because he
I'd
just did.
flex him out of my lineup.
I know. You hate small running backs. We know this. It's
I
fine.
just hate Darren Sproles.
I like Darren Sproles. Shifty guy. I mean, again, too, very good returner. But, played a very niche role in the 2010s on all the teams that he played on. And then Latavius Murray kind of came out of the gates hot and then flamed out very quickly after that. It was just a lot of second option after his rookie contract, unfortunately for him. Receiver room, sneaky okay here. A lot of big peaks on this, more than anything. But the one longer term guy on here, Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall was very good for a long time.
2015 beat Marsh is great.
Yes. He's still got the NFL record for receptions in the game.
What, 20?
22, I want to say it is.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, it's a ridiculous number. And I think he did that with Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
Now I want to look.
Well, you keep talking, I'll look. You keep talking.
Okay, that works. And then again, big peaks here. Josh Gordon. Not much else to say about that other than damn you, Roger Goodell, and your outdated policies on recreational drugs. Oh my God, was he insanely good? What was that, like 2013? 2013 was that
2012.
2012, but like what was the next year? He only played like 8 games and still had like 1,400 yards.
Then yeah.
Or he had like an 800-yard stretch over like 4 weeks, over a month of football. Just unbelievably good. And doing that in Cleveland with Josh McCown and Johnny Manziel.
Okay. So to answer your question about B. Marsh, it was Broncos.
It was the Broncos still.
21 catches for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Got it. For some reason, I thought he was in Miami when he did that. I thought that was one of those like random later games that he had. I don't know. Regardless.
No,
so yeah, Josh Gordon, and then another peak again. I feel like he played longer than he did, but not really. Jordy Nelson. That 1 year with Aaron Rodgers was ridiculous. And then Devontae Adams showed up. Between that and Devontae Adams gets added in, and then things went a little sideways. However, with the Big 12, tight end room has arguably the 2 best tight ends of all time in Rob Gronkowski and Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Arguably.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough to leave Tony G out, but yeah.
I said that's why I said arguably.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's your top 3, no matter which way you look at it.
Just a quick little
sidebar.
Interjection. Who is your number 1 tight end of all time? I think there's a right answer here.
I think it's closer than you're probably willing to go with it. I think I might lean Kelce on it for the longevity part. I know.
It's Gronk.
It's so close though.
Well, it's Gronk because Gronk could probably still play. He's just
not. Yeah, no, and I get that. I'm not.
I mean, he still is the leading touchdown getter for a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't played in 4 years.
Right. I mean, Travis Kelce, I'm just looking at it in the 2010s here. Gronk has 1,400 more yards in almost 20 more games. So that's what yards a game, 68 to 67. Like it is, they're right there. The obviously the touchdown numbers are stark especially at that time before pre-Mahomes really.
What do you have, like 63?
Gronk had 79 to Travis Kelce's 37 in that stretch. However, the other thing is in that argument, playoffs become a part of that too. And yes, Gronk was great in the playoffs. Kelsey is nearing receiving records and has receiving records, not just tight ends. Also, I mean, he's like it's Jerry Rice and Travis Kelce for playoff records. So, like I said, I lean. Maybe that's my baseball fandom coming in there, where accumulation matters at some point. But you know, it is what it is. Line room is, you know, there's parts of it that are very good. Jason Kelce at center, Bakhtiari at left tackle, and then it's just some guys that were around.
Well, Josh Sitton is not just a guy.
Yeah, he's also not some of the other guys that we've mentioned.
No, he's not. He's not some guys that we will mention.
Not that we will mention either. No disrespect to Josh. No, I didn't say he was bad. I'm just saying, comparatively speaking, we're doing an all-decade team for each one of these conferences, and you know, still bringing them up. So yes, Josh Sitton, Jordan Gross, Kaleki Asemele, kind of rounding out that O-line there.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Edge room, or just up front, really in general. Connor Barwin and at edge, Derek Wolfe D tackle. That's about as much as I can give you there. And then Ezekiel Ansah also at edge. Just kind of played the few years at the end of the 2010s, if I'm not mistaken, right? He didn't have much in there. However, it was good in that time. It was one of those kind of came out of the gates hot again, but fizzled out. I just want to double check.
He played his entire career in the 2010s.
Did he?
That's why I was saying no.
Oh, well, fuck me. Why did I think he started later? There might have been somebody else that I was trying to find. Started later. Oh, yeah. No, 2013 to 2020. Again, the first 5 years is really where he did his damage. And then...
Yeah, he dealt with injuries. Yeah.
That kind of just killed it all there at the end. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Last few years of his career. Where we got here? Big 12. There we go. Middle linebackers, Darrell Washington, and I don't really want to say his name out loud and have you spiral, but Vontaze Burfict,
it is what it is.
Unfortunately, is like the only other option I could find there.
Mm-hmm.
But then the rest of the way here, actually pretty good for Big 12. Outside linebackers, Terrell Suggs, great for a long time, very consistently.
Yeah, very good.
Where is he? He's on this to 10th in the decade in sacks, 81 and a half in the 2010s. Kyle Van Noy, pre-2020, was just kind of a staple, safe part of those New England defenses.
Mm-hmm.
He was on both of the Super Bowl teams, wasn't he? I believe
so. Yeah.
And, you know, obviously has turned into a better pass rusher in his recent years than he was at that time. Was just kind of everywhere. And then cornerbacks, Chris Harris on the all-decade team. Great corner. In that era. And then Aqib Talib, the other corner, snatched Michael Crabtree's chain. Never forget.
And put Crabtree. What the hell?
I didn't. Do you think he's better than any of those three? Okay, cool. And then at safety, Eric Weddle. Again, another player on the all decade team. Um, just one of those long term great safeties of the era.
Right. We're gonna jump to what is by far the best team, and I'm gonna go through this really quick.
Yeah, we just had the worst one. This is the best one. This
Yeah,
is
yeah. It's just a lot of
unbelievable,
depth,
actually.
and the worst part about this is the O line, and you'll be like, oh, that's fair.
And even that is still very good.
So quarterback again, Aaron Rodgers.
This is the ACC, by the way. I don't know if we said
Correct,
that.
yeah. ACC, yeah. One of the best passers of the football ever, and just had a very good 2010s. Won a Super Bowl, 2 MVPs during that time, multiple Pro Bowls, multiple All Pros. Just so good. Running
The other
backs,
quarterback on the decade team.
yeah. Running backs, Sean McCoy, Marshawn Lynch. I initially had Frank Gore. Me and Ash talked, said both Marshawn.
All three of those on the all decade team.
Yeah, just stupidly good. Um, Moving down to wide receiver, Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald, DeAndre Hopkins, all three future Hall of Famers. If not, Calvin is a Hall of Famer. Just unbelievable talent in that receiver room. I left multiple guys off of this list because they just weren't better than those three.
Hmm. Also, 2 out of 3 on the all decade team.
Yes. Tight ends, Jimmy Graham. 70 touchdowns in this time frame, something like that. Something so stupid.
74. Second
74.
only Gronk among tight ends.
And
And
then
among receivers, I want to see where that lands. Third among receivers.
I was gonna say third because Gronk's
Or
won
just in general.
touchdowns. Yeah, yeah. The other tight end is Greg Olsen. Stupidly good. Two tight ends that I left off of this list are Heath Miller and Tony Gonzalez because Tony just didn't play long.
Yeah, I mean, Heath Miller, and if we were doing an all-time one, like Tony Gonzalez is definitely on there.
Yeah,
you can make an
100%.
argument for Heath, but Greg Olsen, almost 6,900 yards in the decade, 44 touchdowns.
Just so good. Offensive line run through it real quick. Best name on this list, can't even top it. The Brookshaw Ferguson. One of the best left tackles of the decade. 2 Pro Bowls, 1 All Pro. And then on the other side, Mitch Schwartz, first overall pick.
Schwartz?
Or I think it's somebody else.
Are you thinking of Eric Fisher?
Fisher. They both played for the Chiefs, so it throws me off.
Yeah.
But again, multiple Pro Bowls. Alex Mack, one of the best centers of the decade. 2 first-team All-Pros, 5 Pro Bowls, and then Shaq Mason and David DeCastro round up the guards. And
Also, Alex Mack, shocker, on the all-decade team.
Yeah. And then Dave DeCastro was 6 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pros.
Something like that.
Just stupid.
And then, just spoiler alert on the rest of the defense, or on the defense here.
All on the all-decade.
All but
Elvis Dumervil.
3. 3 are not on the all decade.
And again, I had to leave people off of this list because it's so good. At Eds, we have Cam Jordan, Calais Campbell, 2 of the longest active players still playing today. Both currently, I don't know about Calais Campbell. Cam Jordan has over 100 sacks in his career.
Cam Jordan had 87 in that time. Calais Campbell 81. That has them 7 and 11 respectively.
And then the next name is, in my opinion, the best defensive player in the last since Lawrence Taylor, Aaron Donald. He's the best name on all of these lists. Just an absolutely insane career.
72 sacks as a D tackle.
Just I can't even talk
or
about it.
in the 2010s. Sorry, and that's what in 5 years. He did that
This
in
started in
94
2013.
games, and we talked about Geno Atkins there.
Hmm.
Geno Atkins had 3.5 more sacks in what is that? 9 more games.
Just stupid.
Yeah, so that's all that Aaron Donald
I
different.
mean, Aaron Donald put up 20 sacks as a defensive tackle. Just think about that. And I'm going to move on to the next two, probably two of the best middle linebackers to ever play outside of Patrick Lewis, Luke Kuechly and Ray Lewis. I included Ray just because in his short span, he still went to 3 Pro Bowls, won a Super Bowl. Just kind of happened.
Yeah, it's hard not to.
Yeah. Next names on this list: Elvis Dumervil and Julius Peppers. I had to move Julius Peppers to outside linebacker to include him in this list, or else somebody big was getting left off, and I was
Yeah,
like,
you
I
couldn't do it because
stupid. I
again,
just couldn't.
Julius Peppers on the
Just
all-decade team.
yeah,
So
I mean,
far, Ray Lewis, Elvis Dumerville are the only ones that haven't been on the.
just because Ray Lewis didn't play enough and Elvis Dumervil got blocked by other names. But yeah, cornerbacks. Oh, look at that. One Hall of Famer, one future Hall of Famer, Raul Dupas, and Richard Sherman.
Again, two
Uh,
of the best to ever do it.
just unbelievable. And to round out this list is Cam Chancellor. Again, one of the 3 heads of the Legion of Boom.
Hmm.
Just
Again, I mean, Ed Reed didn't play enough in the 2010s,
he didn't. I wouldn't have put him on here, but I
and
kind of
you also
he's
had to
just
include Jets Ed Reed at the end of that,
yeah. Well,
which just feels wrong.
he felt wrong at that.
Yeah, that's very true. But that's an unbelievable team. Again, that is basically the whole all-decade team.
Yeah, yeah. So
That is
when when
absolutely insane.
when people say the ACC doesn't produce talent, just tell them to shut up.
Again, it's like the conference in college football is like
Hmm.
fine. Outside of Clemson on their run for a few years, and that was even very short lived. Looking back on it
Yeah,
now, it's what Florida State.
not really. Not last year or the year
No, but I'm
before.
saying Florida State as like a
Yeah,
national championship. You have
it
what
was
one or two Clemson, one with Florida State, and
Miami is 2,
in this century they had what
1.
2001.
Yeah, they had
They had
one in
two
the
in the
center.
90s. I think they only had the one in the 2000s, and then the rest is just
ACC's
SEC,
been lackluster since.
SEC, and technically Big 12 at those
Hmm.
times. Yeah, everybody just it's a professional logo on and turns into a different human being. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and then rounding out this list here, we have the little guys. The group of five, everybody else
Yeah.
that's not
The
an
Power Four
independent. Exactly.
and
So FCS D2 because that comes up in this a couple times actually. But here we go. We have. Let's see how many of these you can get too. Actually, I'm going to make you guess these schools for the fun of it, just because they're
oh
non-Power
man.
Five. Yeah, right.
All right.
I
Well,
know.
well,
So Big
start.
Ben, Big Ben at the
Miami of
quarterback. We know
Ohio.
that. Yeah,
Obviously, I know
obviously.
that one.
Yeah. Um, again, just kind of overshadowed by everybody else that was playing in that decade. But again, Big Ben was great. Matt Forte as one of the running backs. I will be impressed.
Is it still Power Five, or are we talking like D3, D2 here?
It's a group of five. This one, ooh, I'm not gonna pretend like I know what conference they are. I can look.
I was trying to think if it's South. It feels South.
It is, but I
Okay.
forget what conference it is. To be completely honest with you,
Is it FIU?
no, possibly the same conference though.
That's the is that the American?
Ooh, then not.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Then not that. It's Tulane.
Tulane.
Oh no, they
That was a
are.
weird
They
one.
are an American.
Yeah,
Look at that.
yeah. All right.
For some
But I
reason, I
wasn't
thought it
gonna
was a
give it
different
to
one.
Tulane,
No, you weren't.
unfortunately. If you could have told me they were in the college football playoff this year, and I would have been like, oh,
Oh,
definitely,
hey, I'll do
definitely
you one
fix it.
better. Wouldn't have even gotten to that clue because I also forgot that. Other running back that we got on here, we have CJ 2K. Even though his 2K season was before the 2010s, he was still
Yeah,
really fucking good in the
um,
2000s
yeah, super
for
good
the
in the
first half of
2010s.
it, basically.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
5 years.
You remember where he went to school? This is one of those that I forgot about it until I saw it and went, yep, I can see it.
Is it Memphis?
Nope.
Is it in that area?
Roughly. Southeastern. Purple and black.
I know this. James Madison. No,
No,
no, it's purple and
southern.
gold.
Yeah,
Southern,
I mean,
southern.
same kind of the same colors, but this one leans a little bit more into the black, I think.
All right, just give me it.
East Carolina.
East Carolina Pirates. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And then wide receiver room is actually pretty good in the
Pretty
group of
good,
five
man.
here too. Antonio Brown.
That's Central Michigan.
Yep. T.Y. Hilton.
I literally just looked at this.
You said this one earlier for another person.
FIU. It's
Yep. And then Tyreek Hill.
South Alabama.
Close.
South.
Not south.
Oh, north.
No, not north.
West.
There it is. West
I was somehow.
Alabama. um, tight end room also good on this. Very good on this. Antonio Gates.
Well, let's give Antonio Gates the moment that he needs.
Yeah.
Truly, center in basketball, power forward in basketball, converted
Yeah.
to tight end in the NFL in just 8 for decades, and by that I mean 2 full decades of football. Just unbelievable. And
16
he's from
years. Close. But
16,
yeah.
whatever, rounding up. He's from Toledo
No.
or Akron.
No. Kent State.
Oh, Kent State. I knew it.
Yeah.
I was getting there. Literally, as you said it, I was about to say Kent State. Yeah.
Yep. And then
Delaney.
Delaney Walker, another very good, just quietly good tight end for a very long time in the NFL.
No
Yeah.
idea.
Central Missouri State.
Yeah, I was never gonna get that. Never gonna
Nope.
get that. I'll put that in my back of mine. Joe Staley's at Fresno.
Double checking him as we're getting into that. No.
I
Where this one might have come up. Did come up. There's a teammate? Are they teammates? No, probably not. Not teammates, but same school as receiver.
He's FIU.
No,
FIU.
different receiver.
CMU. He's CMU.
Central Michigan. Yep.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Shit.
Right.
I actually forgot to fix that one there. But Logan Mankins.
Shoot me in the face. No shot.
Also on the all-decade team.
Yeah.
Just
great.
like pointing that out.
Absolutely great.
He's Fresno.
Oh, I did know that. I knew there was an offensive lineman out of Fresno.
Yeah. Ali Marpet.
Ali Marpet. I knew he was going to South. That's about it.
Is it? I can honestly say,
if you tell me the school, I'll tell you.
Hobart.
Oh, I don't know then.
If I'm guessing, it's probably in New York, where he is from.
Hobart and William Smith College. It is in Geneva.
In Geneva, New York. Yep.
Fair enough.
And then we have Jari Evans, also on
All right.
the all-decade team.
He went to a small school in Alabama, right?
Nope.
Mississippi.
Nope.
Oh, I swear I thought it was one of those two. Now I'm thrown.
No, he is I don't know if he's actually from PA, but it's in PA. It's actually not far from where I grew up.
Bloomsburg.
Yep.
I did. Yes. Thank you for helping me. Yes.
Yep, Bloomsburg there. And then Teron Armstead. This is a small one, but definitely heard of it. FCS, I believe. Still, I don't think they're D2.
Is it Florida? Like a Florida school?
No.
All right, just give me it. We gotta keep it moving.
That's fair. Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Oh yeah. I never would have guessed that. But
No.
good for Teron.
Edge room, we got Jason Pierre-Paul.
Literally saw again another guy I was looking at earlier. Saw where he went. I said, "Oh,
This one is a variation of something that you just brought up.
South Alabama,
Not Alabama.
South Mississippi, South
Wrong
Mississippi,
direction.
North Mississippi.
Well, no, wrong direction away from Alabama.
Oh, shit, Georgia, Georgia Southern.
Oh, you're getting warmer, though. South Florida.
SFU. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of more obscure schools.
I know, right? Yeah. Some of these really are.
Speaking of which,
Jared Allen.
yeah, I know it's a tiny ass school. I saw it earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't even recollect that.
It's not, yeah, it's small, but it's not as, well, actually, I'm not going to say that it's not as small because it might be. Idaho State.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Still a big one.
Snacks Harrison.
I knew it at one time. I don't know it now.
I mean, you could give me an hour and I wouldn't get there on him.
Yeah.
William Penn.
Oh, he went to William Penn. Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't getting there on him. Bobby Wagner, also on the all-decade team.
Another guy that I saw is Fresno. Is it Fresno?
Not Fresno, no.
There was a second name that I saw from Fresno that I was like, oh wow.
I think there is one on there, but not. There is another one.
You don't have it on this list.
Oh.
I don't think so. I have no idea where Bobby
went. Utah State.
Utah State.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the other middle linebacker, Demario Davis.
It's going to be the same thing, Bob. Just give it to me.
Arkansas State.
Arkansas. Yeah, exactly. Khalil Mack, Buffalo. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Again, also on the all-decade team, DeMarcus Lawrence.
DeMarcus Ware.
DeMarcus Ware. That's what I said.
Sure. Change it in post. No, DeMarcus Ware went to...
I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence I could have also put on this list, actually, now that I'm looking at it. I forget that he went to Boise State. But DeMarcus Ware. That's what I said.
Yeah. All right. Where'd he go?
Troy.
Yeah, I never would have got there.
Yep. And then we have Dominique Rogers-Cromartie. At the corner position.
Like he went to a warm state.
Mostly.
Somewhere in Florida.
Not that far.
Mostly. Okay, not Florida. Yeah. So probably the Carolinas.
West.
Kentucky.
South.
Memphis. Oh, south. Back to Georgia.
Tennessee State.
Oh, Tennessee State. Shit. Forgot about Tennessee. And I know geography very well.
There you go.
It's late.
You know, you tried. And then we have the other corner, Brent Grimes, who was very good in this decade, too.
Mm-hmm.
Not on
Be
the
honest.
all-decade team, but very good.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Don't know this one.
Another D2 guy out of PA. Another PSAC school.
Shippens.
Yep.
Is it really?
Yeah, he went to Shippensburg. Yep. Ship happens. And then we
It's
got
funny.
Antoine Bethea, who is the leading tackler, if I am not mistaken, of
Yeah.
the 2010s.
I literally looked at this right before we hopped on here, and I truly didn't process the
Yeah,
school.
right? It is Howard.
Howard. I don't even think I read the school then.
Hmm.
That's how little information I paid attention to that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, again, just real quick here. Obviously, I think we both agree ACC is the winner.
By a long shot.
And Big 12 coming in fifth, right? Yeah, fifth.
By a long shot.
Yeah. I don't know. It gets funky after that.
Yeah, SEC and Big Ten are close.
And the non Power 4 team is sneaky.
It's not the worst team.
It's not. No, I do like you start splitting some hairs cuz like quarterbacks I like Brady gets the win on that obviously, but like it's not a huge drop off. And then like I said too, like the Big 10
I
front seven
mm-hmm. It's good.
is up there. Like in the trenches, they are maybe the best one other than the ACC.
Mm-hmm. I'd probably lean just looking at them and comparing them. SEC to Big Ten.
The SEC has more pop on offense for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And they
But
still have big
just
defensive
for the fun
players.
of it, could you imagine a team that had Big Ben and then his three options at receiver were AB, T.Y. Hilton, and Tyreek Hill? Three of the fastest guys.
I was gonna say those are all just deep threats.
Yeah, just get back
Hilarious.
there and launch it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let us
That's
know how
fun.
we did. Did we miss anybody?
I'm sure we miss people. That's the hilarious part. I mean, we're talking thousands of names that you have to
That
go
I,
over.
we spent so much time sifting through to try to get
Mm-hmm.
there. All right. You got
All
anything
right.
else?
No. Next video that we're gonna do, either
Final
gonna be
mocks.
final mocks or the next five in the quarterback series. If I had to guess, probably gonna be mocks.
Yeah, I believe so.
Just depending on timing of our schedules here, and we'll
Hmm.
figure that out later. But yeah, that's all I got for him.
Hell yeah. Let's get out of here.